Post-match interview here at Hertford Town following today's 2-2 draw with Enfield. Dave, it's up to you. I think it was probably it was an open game that had a bit of everything today. I felt we rode our luck a little bit at times in the first half where they've hit the bar. We've got ourselves into a good position, 2-0 up at half time, and then in the end they've come back when it looks like we're just about going to hold out for the 3 points, but their goalkeeper pops up with some heroics right at the death to steal them a point. Would you say today was probably a fair result, or is it more we've thrown away 3 points?
I think we've thrown away 3 points. I agree. First 10 minutes they've hit the bar twice from our mistake, so you can say we've had a fair amount of luck there. I felt we controlled the rest of the first half, played some really good stuff. The first goal's unbelievable. The second one's a penalty, obviously, that Bondi tucks away. Their keeper's made two good parrying saves from Adam Hunt. We've managed to somehow not put one over the line when it was on the line. I don't know how we failed to do that, and we had enough of that. That's not to say they weren't giving us some problems. I'm not going to say it was all one way. They were a very dangerous side. And second half, look, you have to be careful what you say, but we should be playing 10 men. As long as you know, I've got a hole somewhere, we should be playing 10 men. And the guy, look, he's honest about it. He knows, and nothing happens. And listen, for their first goal, we give it away high up, which is one thing. But we've got 2 players on their one player. All we've got to do is sweep round each other, and it's simple. We don't do it, and I don't know, but I'm being now told, is that right? It was off of our own player that went in the net.
That's what it said on their Twitter.
Yeah.
I was at this end, so I don't know.
You know, we've managed to somehow toe that into our own net. You know, and then we've had to make some changes to personnel that we probably didn't want to today. We lost Pat early. And at the time I thought Lee was playing well. We had to take Lee off, who was at least controlling. When it came into everything, was controlled. And we still looked dangerous, and I felt we wasted opportunities to really hurt them because they were having to come out, they were having to play, and some of the final balls were not good enough, or the decision making was not good enough. And look, we've taken it to a minute from the end of 6 minutes, which he's managed to find, and we win the first ball. I want to see the VO because I'm told that potentially there's a foul, but I mean that's nitpicking. At the end of the day, the referee and the linesmen are watching it, they don't give it, and you know, credit to the keeper, it was more a keep it into the right area, and it's looped over everybody and got into the far corner, and it's just, yeah, like it was probably set up for that. I mean, we you know, my anger is that we kept giving away some silly fouls and letting them set it up to lump it in our box, and in the end, having defended all day superb, and I've been the first, and I had a chat to Laurie today, and we haven't been, last couple of games he's been guilty of a couple of errors. I thought he was outstanding today, as I thought Dan Carey was. And I think they probably won George, and along with George and the other 2, they've won lots of balls in the air in our box, and we just need someone to, when George wins the header, to put their body in the line of it, and probably we clear that up, and he probably blows his whistle, but it wasn't to be. And then we have a bit of craziness that we then go and chuck everybody up front, and we're all standing there bemused thinking, what on earth's that decision?
Well, so we were standing on this side thinking, we just lost our minds or something?
Yeah, well, it looked like it, didn't it? Because
yeah.
all of a sudden we've sent centre halves up with a minute to go, and you know, and of course once that ball's not won, we're on the back foot yet again. I have to say that I saw him say 1 minute. Well, we've managed to take a goal take kick off, knock it back. It goes long. We have it around their box for got to be 10, 15 seconds. It gets launched back to us. We head it out again, and then amazing enough, he gives another free kick, and they've still got time to take that as well. And it was like, I'll be honest with you, I think Ethan wins the ball. I don't even understand the free kick, but thankfully they didn't get that right, and it went straight into George's arms, and then he's blown the whistle. But yeah, look, course it's 3 points given away because you're 2-0 up and that's it. Credit to them, they never stopped. I thought they kept going and going and going, and and sometimes bravery, which is what they possess, earns you that luck, doesn't it? So credit to them, they got their result out of it, and at the moment we feel like we've lost and we haven't, and they feel like they've won and they haven't, and we've both got a point each. But I won't sleep tonight. How about that?
I was going to say, yeah. Anybody want to be asked any more questions? Because I think he's just covered all those again. Skip, obviously disappointing always when you're in a position when you're 2 goals up and the opposition come back. Is there any sort of disappointment on your part that we maybe could have managed the game better in the closing stages? Obviously, Dave's touched on that we gave away a lot of free kicks in the closing stages.
I said to this group, I think technically this is the most exciting group we've had for years. We've had good players. Don't anybody listening to this, we've had good players, good sides down the years, but collectively, squad-wise, this is as strong as I think we've ever had. But I said they're also the most frustrating group we've had. Some of the decisions they make. I mean, Monday, we've had discussions afterwards, and 2 of the senior players said, trust us, because we were making poor decisions on Monday. So I thought, learn from that. You send them out, you let them play. Well, you've seen it for yourself as a supporter. You've just conceded an equaliser in the 96th minute, and between them, they've conjured up some sort of plan to send your tallest bloke up top, and it looks like we're in a cup game and we've just conceded the winner, and we've got a minute to go and win it or equalise. It's just a frustrating at the moment, the fact that how poor we were Monday and we drew, and how good we were today and we've drawn, and we've got some good sides coming up now. No disrespect to the 3 sides that we've just played, but we've just played 3 games that are all mid-table and lower. You expect to win. We've got 2 points. Now we're going into a run of games of I think it's Welling, Tame, Real Bedford. Well, they're 3 sides that are going to be up there. So we've now got to sharpen our act up a little bit, and while we were fantastic today for 60 odd minutes, we could have been 2 down, 3 down inside 10 minutes. Then we could have been 2 or 3-0 up for the next hour. So it was, we didn't see that game out very well at all. It was 2-2, you attack, we attack, you attack, we attack, and we're winning 2-0. We played teams recently that have killed the game. In fact, we was here in the FA Trophy 5-6 weeks ago, and they were 1-0 up, and they literally took so much time out of the game and killed the game. It was if you're on that side of it, it was a masterclass, and we had 2 goals to do that.
I would suggest that was a better Enfield side that we played today than what we did in the FA Trophy, though. I would suggest.
Well, that's what I said to them half time. I said at half time, like, in a trophy game, we came here 1-0 down, having virtually dominated everything from corners to possession to shots, etc., and we was losing 1-0. Today, we played a far better Enfield side, and we're 2-0 up. But that's how funny football can be. But there was always that sinking feeling on the bench that you're thinking, with how they played first half, if they got 1, they could get 2, and that's what probably the disappointing thing is, the amount of play we had in the final third. We were getting shots off, we were making poor decisions, but we were playing some good football at the same time. I mean, there was one particular instance where we've opened them up down their left-hand side, and we are 1 pass away from putting in Bondi, and it was a simple pass, and it wasn't made. So yeah, it's one of those. But I'd rather be sitting here talking about the frustrations of how well we've played and it hasn't come our way, rather than sitting there and we've just played poorly, rubbish, and got nothing. So it's quite to sum football up. We were very poor on Monday and come off buzzing because we've nicked a goal in the 96th minute, and today we've been fantastic at times and we conceded in the 96th minutes. I'm driving home a bit peeved, and yet this performance was far better than Monday.
It just took away my question. I was going to ask you as well, because obviously it does feel a little bit like, it feels a little bit doom and gloom, because obviously we're in the ascendancy at half time. We've got a 2-goal lead, but that was a far better performance today than what it was on Monday, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's why we all love football. Not today maybe, but that is it, isn't it? You snatched a draw from the hands of defeat, didn't we, on Monday? It felt like a win, and then we actually even a loss, actually, because we ended up getting the last seconds of the game, bar and a goal line clearance. So you've gone from that 5 days ago to feeling like you lost today, even though you've drawn. So it's just disappointing. It's the guys have said it. It's the management of the game management today, because for maybe the last 10 minutes they were getting longer, putting balls in, being more direct.
So we have been quite good in some games this season where we've run the ball in the corner to run the clock down. I don't feel we did that today.
No.
It was almost like, well, we need to go and get the goal, kill that off a little bit. And we did have a couple of opportunities when it was still 2-1 where we've maybe not pulled the trigger where maybe we should have done. But I say on the whole, I thought we were a far better attacking outfit today than what we were on Monday.
Yeah, and that sums it up, doesn't it, Lee? You know, you feel like today's a loss and on Monday was a win, but you can't. The two performances were chalk and cheese. So that sometimes happens, doesn't it? That's football. That's it.
Well, excellent stuff. We go again Tuesday. Opportunity to try and get that win on the board after what seems like a few games without one. But I say keep your chins up, lads, and we go again at Wellington City on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Cheers, Lee.